Hello, and welcome to Beering in Mind Beer Reviews. In our last video, we looked at a beer from Kizakura, which was produced for the Rugby World Cup, and today we're going to take a look at another one. Kizakura has produced two beers for the Rugby World Cup, and in our next video, we'll look at a Rugby World Cup beer from Isekadoya Brewery. And this one is called One for All for One. And it is a 5% amber ale. And it has a rather unusual stylized photo of, or illustration of what I guess is a rugby scrum. The Rugby World Cup is being held in Japan, and it starts tomorrow, which is September 20th. And many of my friends who are from the British Commonwealth countries, of course, are very excited. Many Japanese rugby fans are very excited as the host country. And rugby in Japan has a long tradition at the college level, especially. Some of the larger, more prestigious private colleges have rugby teams with long histories. The expression "one for all for one," of course, carries the idea of some sort of individual action for the benefit of a group, or perhaps vice versa, right? And this seems to me a rather Japanese sort of sentiment. And in Latin, it sometimes used as the phrase "unus pro omnibus, omnes pro uno," and it's actually the unofficial motto of Switzerland, which we think, of course, as a very neutral country. But personally, this phrase for me has the rings of the Three Musketeers. The novel by Dumas and the movie is made from it. But in any case, here's an amber ale at 5%, made for the Rugby World Cup, which begins tomorrow and will run for about 6 weeks here in Japan. Okay, let's give this a go. Okay, it is a rather dark amber color, pretty substantial head. Give this maybe 2.5 fingers of light tan head, kind of spongy. So it's not quite clear, it's a touch hazy. Aroma? Definitely strong roast malt aroma, some yeast, perhaps a hint of dark fruit. Sort of medium heavy dark roast malt, or roast malt rather. A bit sweet in mid-palate, and then immediately some rather rough hopping takes over, kind of scratchy hopping. It's decent if basic. The flavors are kind of hit you in order, bam, 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 and they don't really integrate. So at the beginning we get this rough roast malt, then a bit of sweetness, and then some scratchy malt or hops, and then finish. Then it goes lightly sweet. Kind of a chunky sort of bitterness on the back of the tongue here. This is not bad. Not bad at all. And I think you may find this around if you're in Japan for the Rugby World Cup. And even if you're not, you may find this here again by Kizakura, which is primarily a sake producer but also has a craft beer line. And this will be a very limited edition beer. I'm sure you won't see it around much after, say, the end of October. Yeah. So one for all for one. 5% amber ale from Kizakura. Give it a try, give it a score. This one I will say is probably a tie. I don't think anybody quite wins here, but it's not bad. That's it for today. Okay, if you like the channel, please do subscribe and leave a comment. And I'll be back with more reviews of Japanese beers soon. Take care. Bye-bye.